Arizona has come and left its mark on Nova Scotia as well as our neighboring provinces, and this is a storm that will certainly not be forgotten anytime soon. And as the storm continues along its path, damage assessments are already well underway, and I can tell you our situation right now is where none of us want it to be. And I dread to think of where we would be had Nova Scotians not taken every single possible precaution to protect themselves and their families. Right now, I'm in rural Pictou County, and I can tell you what I've seen just in the last couple hours. I had a chance to go out with a few public works team this morning, and obviously no power, spotty if anything, cell and internet service. Roads washed out, including my own, an incredible amount of trees down, and not just power lines across the roads. In many cases, entire power poles down, snapped in half. And I know this is common across the province right now, especially in Cape Breton area. I'm hearing from Glace Bay where entire streets have every single telephone or every single power pole down. So seeing pictures across the province of the damage, and it's pretty devastating. The sad reality is that the people who need the information that most of the team, most of the folks on this call today can share are unable to hear it. Their phones aren't working. They don't have power or access to the internet. So I want to assure you that working together, we have to do everything we can to make sure that we communicate with the people that need the information. But please know that everyone you will hear from today, and the teams of people who are out there cutting trees, clearing roads, trying to get things restored and get safe passage through. Every one of those people is completely dedicated to working as quickly as humanly possible to get to you, to get things back to normal. It certainly appears that the heaviest impacts are in Cape Breton. I certainly encourage everyone in the CBRM and Victoria County specifically to stay off the roads. Only call 911 if you truly have an emergency situation. I know from the people I've been talking to around the province, and certainly in that area, I hear a lot of shock in their voices, and I share that. It's shocking the damage that we're seeing. Restoring power is the biggest concern for everyone right now. We have nearly 3/4 of Nova Scotia Power customers without power. I know those teams are, there was a lot of staging work done in advance, and we'll hear more from them on the work that's being done there. But we've been in regular contact with the utility, with their crews, and there's a lot of work happening to restore power in the areas, and as it's safe to do so, more of that will happen. But we're supporting their efforts with our forestry crews, provincial forestry crews, to help clear trees and debris so line workers can do their jobs. The safety of these workers is, of course, the top priority, and I want to thank everyone who is out in this weather doing their best to get things back to normal as quickly as possible. But with a storm of this magnitude, it will take time. To help speed up these efforts, we have been in contact with our federal partners and have requested military and disaster assistance. So I have to send a huge thank you to our friends in Ontario who have been instrumental in sending support. An official request for aid has been made, and we have more support and more workers on the way. As the storm passes through their areas, most municipalities intend to open comfort centers where people can charge their devices and get updates, and some are already opening shelters. For the locations and operating hours, people should check with their local municipality for the most up-to-date information. But again, I want to emphasize the seriousness of the storm. It's not completely over in some areas, and it will take time for Nova Scotia to recover. I just ask everyone for their patience as we work through all the challenges. Do the Nova Scotia thing, the Blue Noser thing, and take care of each other. Check on your neighbors, offer what you can to help. We will get through this. We will recover for this, but I want to thank everyone for their patience and their efforts today. Thank you, Marla.